Yeah, big welcome to you, Cancer. The Sun in Gemini, the lovers, and of course the Moon stationing in your sign is giving us a very interesting story of the Sun highlighting the Moon, even though it's just right now going into the waxing phase. So it's this very skinny little moon, right? This beautiful sliver. And of course, The Lovers is the story of how we are somehow a little trapped in the fact that we are searching for something that is completely opposite of us. Now, of course, I am showing you a story again and again. It's for those who have never seen my videos. So if you've been with me, just please go forward to the reading, right? We have here, of course, in the Hermetic Tarot, the understanding of Andromeda being chained to a rock, and then Perseus coming and freeing her from the sea dragon or the sea serpent, and that's the sexual energy that she's attached to. See, she is attached to this fertility ritual. Now here, Edgar Wade, who was in the secret brotherhood of the Golden Dawn that created the Hermetic Tarot, he shows it that the conscious mind, the male, is looking at the subconscious, the female, and she is looking up at the higher conscious. And of course, the angel or the higher conscious always looks at both. He stands in front of the tree of passion. She stands in front of the tree of fruits, right? Offspring, and of course, the sexual energy, the snake, the Kundalini here again. Then Aleister Crowley, he made out of it a sacred marriage between the sun and the moon, and the hermit standing here and marrying them. And of course, it's a love story that we are attached to. Then ecstasy. We have the medicine woman. The male holds the two masculine energies and the female holds the two feminine energies. Within it, they create a space where they're kneeling in front of each other, where they're giving each other the love. And then, of course, the last one here, Hermann Handel. Then the cup appears between the two, the devil here, right? And here we can see the serpent coming out of her hair. Here the rose with the hexagram in it. And of course the Hebrew and the rune alphabet as that reconciliation, because he was imprisoned in World War II and a Jewish soldier saved his life. My yoga card for the Gemini, for the lovers, is also a story of opening up, first of all, the hips in the king pigeon, north, south, east, west, opening up your chest, your heart, to this rose, to this flower that's growing out here of the tree of life. And here are the two people in the Garden of Eden, right? And so we see when she reaches back to her subconscious, then she sees the light, she sees the angel, right? I'm still working on this card. I think I'm gonna put an angel wings in here, and I have to add more flowers and, you know, bushes down here to the people. But here we open ourselves to this union, which is the hexagram, one of the most holiest forms in history. Then, of course, the moon stationing in your sign is the chariot. Here you have, of course, the four pillars of the universe, north, south, east, west. We have the circle, and I give you immediately Aleister Crowley's card because it's approximately the same card but in color. We can see how he actually created a lot of symbolism. If I would go in each of them, this video is just too long. I will, once I have all the cards, I will make a specific video just for that. But as you can see, he holds the Holy Grail, and that's the center of the card. Each time when we see something in the center, it's very important, right? It's that what we're looking for. Here, he has Yoni and Lingam, the sun with the wings, the white and the black sphinx, the star, the moon, half moons, right, in on his shoulders. He's going out the light sky because it's the Cancer begins on the longest day, which is the 21st of June. It's the summer solstice. So here we are now seeing you as that warrioress. She is fighting for the things that she really cares about, right? She really is a mental discipline I see within my third eye, and I am intuitive, right? It's just, she is there. Hermann Handel. I ordered the book to get more information about all the symbolism. Some of them I was able to find, but this one I really don't have much information. I know there is a beast, you standing here all in white, able to overcome a lot of difficulties, right? And so we will have next time, I hope, the book. My yoga card is Ashwasanchalanasana, is the high lounge, is the pose itself that you become the horse. Here's Manhattan, the river, the forest, we get out. And the Sphinx, the faces of the Sphinx, I wanted to paint them. And here is the cup, the Holy Grail, emerging between the two, facing each other. The male and the female, right, looking at each other. Then here, of course, out of the cup comes then the Yoni Lingam symbol. And of course, here is Gemini, and here we go to Leo, and the star, and the longer, warmer days. And here's this crossing, right, where then there is this story that can be told through this band. All the cards are united through this one band, and of course up, what is above is also below, right? So I'm still working on these cards. I mean, it just takes forever. If your birthday is between June 10th and July 12th, you are, of course, the classical Queen of Cups, water and water. And of course, here we have the cups. She looks at it very deeply connected, the two angels. Here she's almost not even visible. She becomes part of nature. She is the healer. She is the power place of the cups. And of course, here you, Venus von Willendorf, right? One of the oldest figurines. There's like 25,000 years old, that they found in a Paleolithic site near Austria. And of course, she is the embodiment of fertility, right? The family, the connecting the family, making sure that everybody's happy. So the word for Gemini is awareness, and the word for Cancer is feelings. So now consciousness, becoming aware of consciousness and how you feel when you become more conscious, right? That's what this combination is doing as well. The consciousness in the ego, and of course the feelings in the emotions in the moon, which is also your planet, the moon. The moon is the mother, is this the one that governs the waters, right? So because you are water and water, you are a big healer. Then you are on a days like yours, we like to eat carbohydrates, and we're connected to the nervous system. And of course, you are the chest and the lungs. Okay, so let's see what your card is as an oracle to set the mood for this reading. The elixir of life. Look at this. And of course, I have roses here, and you can see she is completely emerged. I have 3 as well of them, right? 3, 1, 2, 3. And interesting enough, here are 1, 2, 3 as well. So in a way, it's telling me that you are wanting to completely dive into body, mind, and spirit, into the spiritual number 3, right? Saying that here we are connecting through the ego, through the mind, the sun, the external, the part that asks, where am I going? What is all this about? And so the moon, the feminine, is looking at, so how am I going to be successful with that? Not using constantly the ego as a gratification, but rather as a finding myself, as that I, right? It's always I search for that infinite part within me that never comes and goes, that never dies. Am I going to be successful in finding a self-love, a powerful self-love, right? That makes things grow. Okay, so let's see what the tarot wants to say. One more shuffle, and then I split in half, and what's on top, I start taking the cards from the top. I only do 6, the hexagram, so as to give a spiritual meaning on the lovers. Okay, 9 of Swords. So I feel that you are questioning the past. You've come to a completion. 9 is Yesod, is a completion, is a psychological maturity that you have reached. And giving this as the oracle, right? Letting me know that you are working on something profound, because body, mind, and spirit, you are sitting here and you know that the elixir of life, right? And the main words for this card is healing, getting stronger, inner beauty. So it's very interesting, because I feel that you really working on healing something, because you see almost the body is a little bit the same. It's from the same side. But the 9 of Swords is always that deep, and that's of course Mars in Gemini, right? And we are Sun in Gemini. So Mars is the warrior. Mars is that is attacking itself. So I think you coming out of a attack of attacking yourself constantly, not being happy with your body, not being happy with the way you look. And it's really interesting, because I just read this magazine, and it's talking about how these operations have augmented, like really strong, like people wanting to change their body shape, tremendous, right? There's like a demand for it, and it's like I feel there is something that here in the Six of Cups, which is of course Sun in Scorpio, and the Sun in Scorpio is finding a true self-love, finding a love that goes back into your childhood, and letting this unhappiness, right, about yourself pass. It's almost like, let me just get the words. Hold on. The words here are fear, nightmares, like really being in a very almost like torturous place. And it's this invitation to love yourself is, I think, has to do with the way you see yourself in your childhood, the way you in our childhood there things were of course good, and it's the 6. 15 is the number 6, and it's the 6, so there is a distortion of you looking at yourself, having a deep fear that maybe has to do with your childhood, and here nevertheless you finding a healing, a deep healing. And of course the 8 of Cups is the next step from 6 to 8. You are searching for yourself, you are searching for a partner, and I think you having nightmares about the fact that maybe you've been alone and you haven't found a partner yet. It's very interesting because it's almost like you don't love yourself here. It's that what I feel. You don't love yourself. It's not that you're afraid of other things. I think you don't love yourself, and you want to be arriving at a spiritual place where you're not questioning yourself like this ever again, where you are looking at yourself lovingly. There's 3 children. There's 1, 2, 3 roses. Right? So there's 3 children, and it's almost these 3 are 1, 2, 3 roses. And then from 6 you are, there's 4 couples, and you alone are searching now for your partner. So let's have a look further what's going on here, right? Because so far I'm not clear what is going on, right? It is like sometimes there has to be one missing element that's giving me the cue of this is really what this story is trying to tell me, or the cards are trying to tell me. Now the 2 of Pentacles is finding an inner balance that is connected with an inner balance that is standing, facing each other. It's all the cards are telling the same story, finding the inner balance between the dark and the light. And the 2 of Pentacles is that moment, that game, that play of finding an inner balance. Now this is below the 9 of Swords. And it's literally saying find an inner balance of not judging yourself too much. Because something in your past, a memory in your past, was very difficult for you. Now here is of course a Capricorn. This can be literally a person that influenced you in your childhood, given you a hard time, right? Because that's sometimes the devil is an attachment to a certain lifestyle, to a certain form that happened in your childhood. And here you are finding or going to find actually yourself. You are going to search, because this is the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles is like Demeter. Demeter is in Germany the goddess, right? It's a Greek goddess. But we use it for even more than organic products. We use it for like things that are making the food even more like grow with moon, reconnect to the most natural way these vegetables were growing. So here you are watering, and you see again 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 1, 2, 3. Again the 3, but now you are the 4th one, and it's almost saying, and I think now the connection is closing to the beginning of the card, is that you, body, mind and spirit, will then find yourself. And when you find yourself, this picture of yourself will disappear. These nightmares, these fears will disappear, that maybe have to do with your childhood, that something happened in your childhood, and that you kept searching for something, maybe not for a partner, but you kept searching for yourself. And I think you, first and foremost, you have to find yourself. You have to find yourself in an inner balance between your own masculine and feminine self, right? Between the two sides, always the two sides. And then you sometimes got attached, or there was a partner, a Capricorn, that attached you, right? That maybe made you look at your body not in a way of loving it. Because I mean, she's also the Spider Woman. At the same time, she's also the Amnamita muscaria. And the Amnamita muscaria is the mushroom that gives you hallucinations. So maybe all of this is just a deep hallucination, and then look, they not even look at each other. Then you come out when you start realizing that this is not who you really are, right? Back then, that this has no power. Then the whole world is yours. Then the world comes to you. So I really see this, right? That you are so involved with the body, mind, and spirit that you don't even realize you exist as well. That there is the 4th dimension, right? The 3D, 1, 2, 3D is this dimension. The 4th dimension, which is here, the 4th flower, is saying go beyond. And then of course comes the 5th dimension, which is the last physical dimension in human form. And you of course become so maybe too much into looking for this elixir, right? Maybe you are searching for something that's already within you. But of course this card is saying healing. You're healing yourself. You're healing yourself. right? From something that made you search yourself, but you are here. And these are people looking at your body, and you for some reason are not feeling comfortable with that. Then here, of course, the Six of Cups. Again, a love, right? That's what Sun in Scorpio does. The Sun in Scorpio is saying, yeah, back then I loved myself. Back then I didn't have this. So you refer to back then. But even then, you had to move forward. You had to search for who you are. Who are you? Because, I mean, that's what the Sun is doing. Who am I? Consciousness. Am I consciousness? Or what is this? What is all of this about? Who am I? Am I really Cancer? And then, of course, here, the 2, that's Jupiter in Capricorn. And that's Capricorn coming right after. Jupiter in Capricorn is like the wheel of fortune spinning constantly. And Capricorn is this earthiness, is this, I am here, I am in this dimension, right? In the first dimension. And then, of course, we have this beautiful girl appearing, and you realize something very profound here. Something is closing the cycle, is that you are reaching into the 4th dimension. And the 4th dimension is thought. After 3D comes thought, comes the inner realm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the world is yours. Then the healing has finished. And this healing within you, when you heal this part within you, you help others to heal as well. And then you have the strength to continue. You have the strength to truly love yourself. The strength to truly love everything of yourself. Right? Wow, beautiful, beautiful, right? So you are arriving. It's almost like she is finally not only smelling the rose, she now is becoming the rose with the white dress. She's becoming the rose. You have overcome something. Something very profound, something very important, so that the whole world can heal. Right? Maybe part of the body image, the way you look at yourself, the way people look at you. And of course, back then, your life was beautiful. You had your childhood, right? And again, the 3 children here, releasing those 6 balloons. Looking for yourself, going deeper, right? And maybe this is your nightmare. Maybe this is your nightmare to again look deeper. Maybe you feel not comfortable to look deeper, but you got to, right? Because that's what life is about. Life is about to accept the dualities that are constantly playing on us. There's no other way. And of course, this is the 1st dimension. This is the 1st chakra. But you coming out of it, you coming into the 7th chakra, you coming into the crown chakra, and then you are seeing this dimension, you are seeing this other consciousness, then the world opens for you, and a true strength in summer, in August, is happening to you. The Leo. Yeah? Wow, beautiful, right? So again, just look, right, at these cards. Imagine that you maybe want to open up. Maybe you want to stand in front of the mirror and do the horse pose, right? Fighting for yourself, fighting to heal for yourself. And not only yourself, but heal then the whole world. When you heal yourself, you heal the whole world. Good, so let's see what then happens in the next reading, right? That's when the sun is in your sign, in Cancer, in success, right? The sun in the Chariot. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.